You know, when I was working with Dale and we recorded Suzy Q, there's a guy came down from Bakersfield and he was working with Dale Hawkins' brother, Jerry, a guy named Roy.
Roy Clark?
No?
Roy Buchanan?
Roy Buchanan. So anyway, when I left Dale, Roy Buchanan went to work with Dale, and I was working with Bob Luman. So when I went to work with Ricky, Roy went to work with Bob Luman. I said, wait a minute, what's going on here? So when I leave, Ricky was, you know. But anyway, he was a good player. We played together a lot, jammed, and we would go out every night. When I was back home in Shreveport, you know, we would go play all the clubs and play blues, B.B. King. He had that one B.B. King note, man, the screamer.
Yeah.
He was a good player. I went to see him after he became very famous and he was playing a lot of clubs. I went to see him, well, as a matter of fact, after I got off work that night at 9 o'clock at the Roxy, he was playing at the Roxy and I wanted to go see him play. And he did an early show. So I went to catch his second show. And I walked in the Roxy and there was 3 people in there. It was a bartender and 2 waitresses. And I said, oh, wait a minute. What time's the show start? And they said, well, it's not going to be a second show. I said, why not? I said, well, Roy had a couple drinks and too many, and he had to cancel the show. Bless his heart. But boy, he was a good player. He played some nice licks, blues stuff. But we played together a lot, and he thought I was a country player. So we started playing blues, and he said, oh, where'd that come from? I said, well, I've been holding out on you. I got to tell you this story. Luther Perkins played all that stuff with Johnny Cash. Anyway, Luther Perkins walked into Chet Atkins' office in RCA in Nashville. Walked right in and he said, Chet, I got it. Chet looked up, he was doing all his paperwork, and he looked up, what are you talking about, Luther? What do you got? He said, you know, you guys, And Chet said, yeah. He said, you're looking for it. I got it. Another great story. Thumbs Carlisle. Any of you guys know Thumbs Carlisle?
Yeah.
Okay. Thumbs was a good friend of mine. I did a couple albums with him. And it was really funny. Chet told me the story that this guy, Thumbs Carlisle, came into his office and said, Mr. Atkins, I want to talk to you about taking your teaching method, your teaching course, you know. Chet said, well, yeah, okay. Do you play guitar now, or you play? He said, yeah, I play a little bit. And he said, well, take that string guitar over there and play a little bit for me so I'll know how to, what kind of teaching method. And so Thumbs picks the guitar up, man. He tunes it up, and he's sitting down, and he tunes it up. He just tears the hell out of it. It's smoking, man. He sat it back in the corner, and there was still smoke still coming off the stove. And Chet looked at him real, his humor's real laid back. And Chet looked at him and did smile. He said, well, son, your first lesson is you need to learn how to hold a guitar. When I first saw Thumbs, I was playing with Bob Lumen at the Showboat in Las Vegas. I was 16 years old. And in comes this country band, Hank Penny. Hank Penny had this incredible Western swing band. And he had Thumbs Carlisle playing guitar and Curly Chalker on steel guitar. And man, let me tell you, I was there every night, every show. And we would do 6 shows a night, and then he would come on in the graveyard shift. He would play from like 1 o'clock in the morning till up into 10 o'clock the next day. And I'd stay there and listen to these guys, man. And you talk about smoking. Thumbs would take an incredible solo, and here come Curly Chalker, man. And it was jazz. I mean, it's country jazz, man, swing. And it was incredible. I mean, you see these guys, and think, God, how did they do that? And they did a version of Cherokee, unbelievable fast. The drummer couldn't even keep up with them. He was playing so fast. And the guy, Curly Chalker, played a steel guitar. He was like, just come on, man. But man, what great players. I mean, Buddy Emmons and I did an album. I did this album with Judy Collins, Someday Soon, and all those tunes. And Judy said, I think we need a steel guitar player. And I said, well, I know somebody if you want me to call him. So he said, yeah, call him. We'll get him out here. Buddy Emmons. So I called Buddy Emmons, and we did that album. Oh, man. What a player. Buddy and I played together. He played on a lot of my stuff. And I brought him. He played on some of the Graham Parsons records.
Oh, okay.
And with those 2 albums, I brought him out. He played on, a couple of really good cuts, man. But he had that touch. He had a beautiful touch, man. He could play it all. It was just incredible. He could do the Chet style on it too, man.
Great jazz player.
Oh,
really great jazz player.
Yeah, Curly Chalker. Chet, you ever hear Curly Chalker?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, right. And this guy he's like a Tommy Mann from another